good morning.
Good morning on this lovely winter's morning.
Yeah, proper crisp winter's morning.
It's a chilly one, isn't it?
Pretty chilly. It got down to freezing last night. We saw the first frost that we've seen this year last night, didn't we?
Yeah. Lovely sunny day today.
Yeah, lovely and clear. And some surroundings we're not very familiar with. We are just outside Bala in Wales, in a little place called Llanderfel. I think I've pronounced that right. I'll put the spelling on the screen somewhere.
Probably not.
If I haven't, let me know. And we're staying in a little static caravan on a farm just over the way, over there.
Yeah, just on the edge of a farm. It's not a sort of static site, but it's nice.
No, it's
isn't it?
nice and quiet, nice and peaceful.
Yeah.
And this is the River Dee behind us. We've just popped down for a look, and looking absolutely stunning this morning in the sunlight.
Lovely little spot. So staying somewhere new, we've got the opportunity to walk somewhere new.
Yeah. And the plan for today is, we've seen on the map, we can, in theory, pick up an old disused railway line, which will take us all the way from here to Bala Lake, which I think is about 4.5 miles maybe.
There and then back.
And then same again back, yeah?
Yeah, winging it a little bit. We were looking at the map last night. Weren't we? And
after a couple of beers.
yeah. There's a gap in the wall that takes us down to the old railway, down some steps. I think I've spotted it, but it was on the way back from the pub last night. So
it's
we'll see.
We think it's over there somewhere. So we're going to head back the way we've just got to say, come for a look at the river. But we're going to head back, cross over the river and see if we can find this elusive gap in the wall. So yeah, weather's looking good, new surroundings, new route, hopefully getting us to Bala Lake.
Yeah.
Could be a good one. Right, let's get rolling.
Let's go.
Aha.
Got it.
The elusive hole in the wall. So down here, whoa, a little bit sketchy and slippy and slightly overgrown. It's supposed to be a little squirrel in the woods there. The remains of, was it one of the stations?
Llanderfel station, yeah.
Llanderfel station.
So this is where the platform was apparently, but there's
So
nothing
there's
left of it.
There's a building over there, and there's the remains of a building here. And that looks like a railway tunnel to me. You think this is it?
That's it, yeah. Pretty cool, isn't it?
So, yeah. This obviously dates back to, when did we say it was?
I think they shut it in 1964. Yeah, they shut this section of the line.
We should have done some research here.
I'll get back to you.
Yeah, we're no Rach and Wills from Postcard and a Pint. We need to do our research beforehand. But yeah, obviously some remains of some farming equipment and stuff down here. And that is the B5104 above us, I think it is. Now we have been told it's a bit overgrown in places, this, haven't we?
Yeah, it looks...
So I brought a little pocket knife to trim back anything we might need to, but in theory this should take us to Bala Lake. So let's see what it holds along the way, hey? So lovely little path.
Yeah.
At the moment we've got the River Dee. You can probably just see through the trees down to our right.
You can hear it as well.
Yeah. And this was part of the Ruabon to Barmouth Railway line and actually closed in 1964.
Yeah, they closed it in December 1964 ahead of the scheduled closure in January 1965 because of flooding.
Yeah.
Near Llanderfel from the River Dee.
So we were just looking at, we're a good probably, I don't know, 20 foot above the river here.
Yeah.
So that must have been some crazy flooding to cause damage to the line.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice little path. We've got a little bit of a water crossing here. There's been a lot of rain recently as well. The last few days have been crazy, haven't they?
Yeah.
So we're hoping everywhere is going to be passable.
We have had flooding in the UK
yeah.
this week, haven't we?
And we've got this flowing down the side here. Cool. That's flowing down into the Dee. We've got a few little obstructions like this in the path, but nothing too bad so far. So we've just not been quite quick enough to get the camera out in time, but we've just seen a tawny owl come out of somewhere over there and fly across into the undergrowth. But yeah, we're passing through quite a few of these tunnels along the way, aren't we? Quite impressive they are too. And we've been checking out some details. The railway line, the Ruabon to Barmouth line, opened in 1868. So it was running for just short of 100 years if it shut in 1964. So I bet these tunnels could tell a few stories.
It would have been a nice train ride.
Yeah, you got the River Dee to the right of you. It's crazy to think of it now, isn't it? Trains thundering along this line.
Yeah.
But yeah, sections of it kind of feel a bit like a railway, and sections of it feel just like a footpath through some countryside, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
But very nice. And there's certainly some signs in certain places that it was an old railway. We've got a little bit of a bridge here. This is another little river section that's, I don't know what it is, but it's flowing into the Dee. The sun peeking through over there, which is looking nice, warming us up a bit. Certainly a different walk, isn't it? Yeah, really interesting.
Nature's definitely taken
Yeah,
over
it's cool, isn't it?
Which is nice.
Looks pretty overgrown up there.
Yeah.
So sadly, we've been stopped in our tracks, pardon the pun.
Coming to the end of the line.
It is. So we are literally standing on the old line, and right ahead of us is obviously farmland, but there's a big chunk of it there which is missing. So we've got this barbed wire fence here. This little section where we would be walking isn't there. We've got a sharp drop down to the River Dee there. We can walk down this bit, but it just takes you to the banks of the river. We want to be going that way. We think we found where we are on the map.
Yeah, there's a sort of section here in between.
I think we're there, aren't we?
Yeah, I think we're here. And then there's this small section before it picks it back up here. So
we are not sure what to do. We kind of think if we could get onto that path down there and head in that direction, that might work, mightn't it? But we're not quite sure how to do that. So I think we're probably going to head back this way and see if we can find anything cutting off that way that would maybe get us down there. So stay tuned. So we've
there was a gate off the old railway into this woodland.
So we've taken that, but there's not really any paths. It doesn't really head us anywhere.
No.
There is a road that we thought we could pick up kind of about 300 yards that way, but I can't see a way through to it. We've got a fence in front of us stopping us getting into that field. Sort
of sinking into the ground here as well.
This is quite mulchy.
So I think this is a no-go.
Fail.
should have done our research.
Yeah, now if you'd have done a Rach and Will's, we'd have known that you couldn't make it to Bala Lake. We made the assumption that you could. Wrong.
Yeah, so we're going to head back up onto the old railway, head back the way we came, and
after that we don't know. Stay tuned, it gets even better. So, we've made our way back along the old railway, back into Llanderfel.
Yeah, there was no other options really, was there,
No.
to come off and worm our way round.
So it's about lunchtime and we're back where we started.
Well, you know, I enjoyed what we did walk.
It was a nice
of
little
it.
section, yeah.
Interesting.
And this is a nice section of the Dee, you can see it beside us there. There was sort of some whitewater stuff up by where the bridge was, but it's a lot more chilled out and quiet down here. And we think this is the, what is the Queen Victoria Walk?
The Queen's Walk, yeah, so she visited Palais Hall, which is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, we might head up there later, this big stately home.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a 5-star hotel now, but
Yeah.
it's all been renovated. It's gorgeous. But she visited there, and she did a walk along the riverbanks, which was her favourite walk and became known as the Queen's Walk. So we think we're on that.
Yeah, could be wrong. Today's not exactly going as planned, as you may have guessed. We are winging it a bit now. But no, this is a nice little stretch. I don't know whether to possibly stop somewhere down here for lunch, because it's really nice, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So, yeah, we're maybe going to look for a little lunch spot down here. And I've no idea what this afternoon's going to bring. But hey ho.
Never a wasted day when you're
Nah,
out
the weather's nice. It's not raining. It's fairly warm for November. And the scenery's nice. So yeah, still enjoying it.
Yeah.
All the pain is gone, but I remain the same. Taking out my issues never healed the flame. And all my love is gone. All the pain is gone, but I remain the same. Taking out my issues never healed the flame. And all my love is gone. They say what they will, now you say what you will. I have gone on for too long. Live life a moment alone that I know I have long since you've gone. All the pain is gone, but I remain the same. Taking out my issues never healed the flame. And all my love is gone. And all the pain is gone, but I remain the same. Taking out my issues never healed the flame. And all my love is gone. They say what they will, now you say what you will. I have gone on for too long. Live life a moment alone.
Well, we've had a nice little lunch stop there, haven't we?
Yeah, we are.
Lovely little spot by the river.
This is really pleasant.
Yeah, nice little stretch, isn't it? See quite a few down trees in the river there. Quite fast flowing in places, quite slow in others. Some nice surrounding hills as well. And we're just carrying on along the riverbank. I think this is still the Queen's Walk. Not really knowing where we're heading.
Yeah, I think this is going to be plan B really. We'll just
Yeah.
walk up as far as we can along the river and
Bit disappointed we couldn't get to Bala Lake, to be honest. That would have been really nice.
would have, but you know, we'll go another time and it's the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah,
isn't it?
sometimes you can make plans for a full day and things don't turn out the way you anticipate, but
It's still been nice though.
you've just got to roll with it, haven't you? But yeah, enjoying it. Nice backdrop over there too. Well, we found the local pub. We're back in the village. The Queen's Walk looped us round. We sort of meandered back and forth with the river.
That was nice.
It was, yeah. And it spat us back into the village near the pub. And we're just going to wander up now, a bit of lane walking, but we're going to wander up and have a look at Bala Hall, which we've read about and seen pictures of.
Looks so impressive. I
Yeah.
really want to have a nosy.
It's an old sort of stately home, isn't it, that's been...
Yeah, completely renovated. And quite a nice story really. This couple that bought it want to, they say Bala Hall comes alive when it's filled with people, so
Yeah.
they've turned it into a 5-star hotel.
Looks amazing, the pictures
Filled
on
it
the
with
internet.
antiques. Yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic.
So the lights fade and the temperature's dropped a bit, but we're going to go and have a little look at that.
Yeah.
Try and pick things up a little bit. And there we have Bala Hall. How swish is that?
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. It is open to non-residents, but we're covered in mud and it's probably a bit too posh for us anyway, isn't
We're
it?
more at home than the pub down the road, I think.
But yeah, what an impressive building that is.
Something out of Downton Abbey.
Yeah. There's somebody doing some fine dining with some fine wines in that window there. We won't disturb them. Yes, I think the Bryn Tyrion Inn is far more us, isn't it?
Especially when you've got muddy knees.
Yeah, shall have a little stack. Whoops. But yes, what an impressive building that is. One day we might put some nice clothes on and come back and pretend to be posh, go in for a meal or something. No, get a second mortgage to afford a meal. So if anyone's interested, it was built 1864.
I think so.
Yeah, and renovated fairly recently.
Yeah, it fell into disrepair and the current owners, it's privately owned.
It's
Renovated it all.
absolutely stunning, isn't it?
It is.
There you have it, Bala Hall.
Couldn't walk past the pub for a second time.
Had to stop for a cheeky little half.
Purple Moose
Little half.
Welsh Ale.
Purple moose indeed. Cheers.
Cheers.
Nice.
So we're finishing the day pretty much where we started,
Yep.
by the river.
And it's got really quite cold now, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Chilled right out.
I love the dark nights in winter
Yeah.
though, when it's been a dry day and sunny.
And you're wrapped up nice and warm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we're going to head on back to the caravan, get the fire on, possibly crack another beer.
Yeah. It's been a nice day.
It has, it has.
It's turned out nice.
It's although it wasn't what we expected, it's been a bit of a mix and it's been enjoyable, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. We actually met a lady that lives
Oh,
in the
yeah.
village walking her dogs down by the river before, and she told us that you used to be able to walk to Bala Lake on the old railway, which made us feel a bit better.
Yeah, we're not quite sure when that piece of path collapsed, but obviously at the point that that did, you couldn't walk all the way to Bala.
Yeah, and then they've had to block it off, so
But never mind.
Never mind.
We learned that the hard way.
yeah.
But yeah, enjoyable day all the same. And I think we're going to be heading back for a bit of a chill and a warm up, aren't we?
Yes.
So as always, thanks very much for watching, much appreciated. And we shall see you on the next one. Ta-ta for now.
Thank you. Take care.
See ya.